tell you, one of the happiest things that happened in my life is that Vivian. I mean, she was just, she's something that, my mom died when I was 5, so I didn't have one. Had a lot of stepmothers, a lot of girlfriends and my dad, stuff like that. But never had anybody, and I'll never forget when they signed the adoption papers.
Well, Uncle Bill named her right when he called her Sunshine.
Yeah,
really
it's true,
brought that into
right.
our life.
She used to write when I was, overseas, Sunshine.
And she made our wedding gowns.
Mine too.
Yeah, yours and mine.
She made my, you know what? She made my first one.
She made your first wedding.
It was ice blue.
Quit playing it. Play outside. Play outside.
And you gave me a bridal shower, I remember.
I probably did. Last time I was thinking of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it
But
was
really,
ice blue.
I think little Vivian touched
Judy-
everybody's heart.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean,
Well, we still got her.
Huh?
I mean,
It's just too
talked to her
nice.
this morning.
Okay, now we're going to go on to our military history. Dexter, we're going to start with you. You served in the military. Could you tell us what branch?
Oh my God, should I stand up and salute? The Marines.
Yeah, I served 1951, October. I got in October 1954. I served in North Carolina, in California, and Washington, D.C.
Oh.
No.
And when you
In Washington,
discharged,
D.C., what were you doing there, Dexter?
Well, headquarters, I was in maintenance. Maintenance, yeah.
Oh,
Maintenance means we went and we maintained the people. Yeah, basically.
that's a hard job. Now, when you were discharged, what was your rank and
Buck sergeant, 3 stripes.
sergeant? 3 stripes. Very good.
Uno, dos, tres.
All right, we go to Dick.
We went to Hawaii and worked for Hawaiian Construction. And then the Army engineers took it over. Hawaiian Construction Company. And it's that generator watch and unscrewed light bulbs as the tunnels would be drilled for the Navy or Army, and they'd blast off and every light bulb down there would go out. My job was to ride with the drillers going in and screwing in light bulbs. So with powers to be and so forth, when Hawaiian Construction became the Army engineers underneath the Army engineers, so the head of the Hawaiian Construction then became an officer or something in the Army engineers, and he signed that I was a journeyman electrician.
Well, you knew how to screw those light bulbs.
So when screw those light bulbs. So when I were watching generators for the gambler. Anyway, I went into the Navy as a 3rd-class electrician, and I could screw in a good light bulb. So I was a 3rd-class petty officer when I first went into the Navy. That's like a sergeant. And then I got 2nd class. It took me 3 years to get 2nd class, and they just felt sorry for me. But they didn't find out until I was overseas. I didn't tell anybody.
That you weren't an electrician.
Well, no, I was getting
By then you
sergeant's
learned,
pay
huh?
when I first went in the Navy.
Now, this was from 1943 until 45 something, during World War II.
Yeah, the war was just over when we were coming home. We were in New Guinea coming back when the war was over.
Right.
And
Okay,
I
now,
got my brother's notice on my birthday, the 28th of October, that he was killed in action, and your father's writing something that was from the Red Cross.
That was December 7th you got the notice.
Yeah.
He was killed in October.
Yeah.
A couple days
No,
before your birthday. wasn't it?
November the 1st.
November,
So
oh.
I I didn't get word
Till
about it.
December
And
7th.
his last letter, he wrote a letter on the 27th to my dad, and he wrote one on the 28th of October to me, and that was the last letter that anybody received.
Oh,
Well, see, I volunteered to be an officer in the Air Force while I was still in high school. And it took them about 6 or 7 months before they called me in January of '44. And from Fort MacArthur to Amarillo, Texas for basic training for about 6 weeks. When I left, the snow was going up, not coming down, windier than hell. Then they sent me to Santa Maria, where those strawberries came from. And I was a draftsman. I had been a draftsman from the time I got out of high school to when I went into service, about 7 months. And so they made me a draftsman at Santa Maria Army Air Force Base. And I told them that everybody's gone to some school. I want to go to school, so they sent me to a drafting school up in Spokane, Washington. And then I went back to Santa Maria, and then I heard that they were transferring all the excess Air Force people into the infantry. And I said, you know, I volunteered in the Air Force.
Yeah.
And
Maybe I'll take it.
my officer in charge said, well, they can
Got
do that.
rejuvenated.
I said, well, I wasn't very happy. But then there was a shipment back to Spokane. I said, I want to be on that shipment. And there I went to a surveying school and taught drafting. And then we were formed the 1915th Aviation Engineering Battalion. And they sent us to Portland and then to Hawaii. And they detached me to Air Force Pacific Ocean Area Headquarters in Hawaii, in Hickam Field. And we drew up airfields designs for the landing in Japan. Then when my outfit was ready to go overseas, I went with them and we went to Okinawa, and we built airfields and roads, and I had a lot of fun with Seabees, and I met a high school buddy in the Seabees there, and they were good to know because they were the stevedores. They brought all the food from the boats, and so if I wanted a good meal, that's where I went.
Hook up with the Seabees.
And I did have a weapons carrier at my disposal, so I used it. I had 3 survey crews working under me there, and we did make some mistakes, but we didn't get hit by any airplanes that came landing back from Japan. And so I hadn't been in the service very long, so I had to stay till January or February of 1946
Wow.
when I got out. So
And what was your rank when you got
I
out?
was a sergeant.